It's Valentine's Day, so we are going to bring back 3 romantic cocktails from our catalog in the past, and we're going to talk about on-screen romances.
Welcome to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making cocktails is what we do. Our first cocktail is for all you classic cocktail lovers as well as chocolate lovers, and that is from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Our second cocktail is a rose and coconut flip style cocktail. It is one of the very first on-screen romances, Someday from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Our third cocktail is a shaved ice sugar cookie cocktail inspired by the iconic Heartbreak of Edward Scissorhands.
All right, what do you think about the unspoken love story? Nobody talks about this. Augustus Gloop was so in love with chocolate that he was willing to get sucked up into a tube for it. So let's make it, for all you chocolate lovers, the Scrumdiddlyumptious.
For Scrumdiddlyumptious, we're going to be using peanut butter whiskey, Butterschnapps, Hazelnut Liqueur, Crème de Cocoa, Saline, and cocoa bitters.
In a mixing glass, combine 1.5 ounces of peanut butter whiskey, 3/4 of an ounce Butterschnapps, 3/4 of an ounce Hazelnut Liqueur, 1.5 ounces dark Crème de Cocoa, 1 dropper of Saline, and 3 dashes of cocoa bitters. Add ice and stir until chilled. Strain into a rocks glass. Then place a gold leaf on top of a cube and place inside the glass.
And here we have the Scrumdiddlyumptious. So no Valentine's Day would be complete without something chocolatey, right? People just love a big box of chocolates. I mean, Forrest Gump's like a big box of chocolates. Obviously the chocolate, there's the nutty flavor, there's also a toffee flavor, right? So we really kind of try to cover all the bases there.
This is a classic cocktail in that it is spirit forward, but nothing substantial in ABV. It is a nice after dinner drink. Very desserty, very sweet, very dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, it's not like we have, I mean, there's peanut butter whiskey in here, but it's not like straight whiskey and then infusing it with peanut butter or anything like that. So you could definitely raise the ABV up if you wanted, but it is pretty much straight booze. We wanted just to do something desserty and chocolatey for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and very pretty with the gold leaf on top.
That was our little golden ticket.
That's right, the little golden ticket.
Yeah. And so if you haven't seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for a while, the name Scrumdiddlyumptious, Charlie goes into the candy store and the guy behind the store hands him a Scrumdiddlyumptious. Although we don't exactly know what is in that, we made a very good educated guess.
There are a lot of things online that suggest what it is, that it's a toffee nougat with some nuts and chocolate. All we know is that it's delicious because Charlie's like, ah.
Yeah, he's putting them away. Well, now that we started off with dessert, we're gonna shift over to our next cocktail, Someday.
Yes, which is inspired by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. She sings this beautiful song called Someday while she's around this beautiful well with roses and flowers and sunshine and all these wonderful things, and so we put that into a flip style cocktail. For Someday, you're gonna need coconut rum, Sloe Gin, lemon Oleo Saccharum, rose water, Aquafaba, and Peychaud's bitters.
In a shaker tin, combine 1.5 ounces coconut rum, a 1/2 ounce Sloe Gin, a 1/2 ounce lemon Oleo Saccharum, 1 ounce rose water, and 1 ounce Aquafaba. Add ice, a spring, and more ice. Cover and shake vigorously until chilled. Double strain into a chilled coupe. And garnish with Peychaud's bitters.
So here we have Someday.
Ooh.
Give it a go.
One of the initial things I get is it's that lemon Oleo Saccharum along with the coconut rum.
Yeah.
Now, we did use, the last time we made this, we used a Bacardi coconut rum. This is the Plantaray coconut rum, which I feel like it's less synthetic. I feel like it's more coconutty.
Yeah.
And I just think those flavors really bond really well together. And then after that, I really get also the floralness from the rose water.
At the very front of your palate, you're getting the lemon Oleo Saccharum. Really delicious. It's just macerating together lemon peel and sugar until you get a nice syrup. Takes a couple of hours, so plan ahead a little bit. And then that silkiness from the Aquafaba just kind of brings it all together.
It does, and it helps kind of sustain the flavor in your mouth a bit, which is really nice, the way it coats the inside of your mouth. The Sloe Gin we use kind of the cheaper De Kuyper Sloe Gin, which the main reason we did that is I think for a color effect.
Color effect and the sweetness in there. Because we have the rose water in there, we didn't want to add to the astringent nature. And Sloe Gin, the Hayman's, is authentic sloe berries and gin. And so that one's a lot more botanical. That one's a lot more bitey, and we didn't want to bring that in. So we stuck with De Kuyper, which is sweeter. It's a little bit dusty in flavor.
Yeah.
It plays really well though with that rose water, which is like this really nice lingering aftertaste. I don't know if you're getting that still in your mouth.
Oh yeah, definitely am. Which is something we really aim for in our cocktails. There's nothing worse than taking a sip of a cocktail and it just falls off a cliff. Like this is nice, it sustains throughout, and you're still getting it. So it's a really nice sipping experience.
Yes. Really quick, something about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is that it is Disney's first feature-length animated film, and it's Disney's first feature-length princess story. So we suggest that you maybe pick up Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and watch that again and enjoy this cocktail while you do it.
This cocktail, and if you look at our Snow White and Seven Dwarfs episode, we actually have another one too. It's pretty good.
Yes, for the evil queen.
Because we need an evil queen. If we have a princess, you gotta have an evil queen, right? Can't have one without the other. So now we're gonna shift from this love story. We're gonna go with a little bit of heartbreak, you could say, with our next cocktail in Cookie Heart.
But before we get our hearts broken, we're going to pump the brakes on this relationship just for a second and ask that you show us a little bit of love. Hit that like, we would really appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't, and share this video with someone that you would love to have some Valentine's cocktails, or maybe watch a classic romance with. We would love to have you join us.
All right, let's go ahead and make Cookie Heart. For Cookie Heart, we're gonna be using white rum, coconut rum, Frangelico, amaretto, lemon juice, vanilla butter mix, half and half, saline, vanilla simple syrup, and toasted coconut milk powder.
Prepare a coupe glass with a thin rim of rich vanilla simple syrup. Then dip into toasted coconut milk powder or malted milk powder. In a shaker tin, combine 1 ounce white rum, 1 ounce coconut rum, half an ounce Frangelico, half an ounce amaretto, 1/4 ounce lemon juice, half an ounce vanilla butter mix, half an ounce half and half, and a dropper of saline. Add ice, cover, and shake until chilled. Shave some ice and shape into a heart. Strain into the prepared coupe with shaved ice.
And here is Cookie Heart. So this is a sugar cookie cocktail. Now, a lot of people, when they make like a sugar cookie martini, they're gonna use vodka. We wanted to use rum because rum just has a little more depth. We feel like it also worked better with like Frangelico and some of the other flavors and ingredients that are in this cocktail. So we do have some white rum and then also some coconut rum, because the coconut rum just really adds to sort of the dessertiness, right?
Yep, it gives it a more buttery flavor, a more rounded flavor. On top of that, we've added a couple of liqueurs, amaretto, Frangelico, which is a hazelnut liqueur. Again, that gives it more of that baked good taste and flavor. On top of that, the rim with toasted coconut milk powder. I kind of went a little bit crazy with toasting this one and made it a little bit dark.
Yeah, so it is very desserty. That vanilla butter mix in there, we should talk about that a little bit. I think, is that your concoction? Because you do get that buttery taste and that buttery feel, also that texture in there. We wanted it to be a little creamier, right? I think initially when we were coming up and testing this cocktail, it was a little thin. And when we started thinking about a desserty cocktail, I think in my mind, I was like, I almost wanted it to be like a batter, you know, had that a little bit of that consistency. So it's not that thick, but it does have a little, creaminess to it.
Yes, there's a bit of body in there because of the vanilla butter mix. Butter or fats are really good at transporting flavor all the way to the back of your palate and adding a silkiness, and it's especially good on anything that's like shaved ice or a lot of ice.
Yeah.
Because it does provide that body that you would be losing with shaved ice melting.
Yeah, and just like with our previous cocktail, which I guess, I don't know, maybe we can bring these all back in. You know, it helps extend the flavor, which is a big thing for us. We just hate drinks that fall off.
Yeah.
So with this one, you get the initial dessertiness and it kind of continues, but you know, you get different flavors throughout the sip.
Yeah, and if you're looking to make a good mocktail, this vanilla butter mix just on shaved ice alone is amazingly delicious.
It's not healthy.
Yeah, think
But it's
dulce de
delicious.
leche, just not dark in color. So
So after all, it is Valentine's Day, and we have a nice lineup of cocktails, but while you're drinking the cocktails, you're probably gonna watch some awesome movies, because that's exactly what we would do.
on-screen romances.
That's exactly what we're going to do. There are some great on-screen romances out there. Some of the classics that I remember and that I love, Casablanca is one, and then Sound of Music is another one, right? Then we also have from the 80s, I mean, think about Ghost and Pretty Woman.
Empire Strikes Back,
Empire Strikes Back.
iconic love movie.
What other movie can you have Princess Leia kiss her brother and say I love you to Han Solo?
Where you could make that happen and it be totally acceptable,
I miss the 80s.
nowhere but on pop.
Now, you also have some options with movies like A Star is Born. You can go old school with the Barbra Streisand, Chris Christopherson version, or if you want to go new, you can do the Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper one. Also movies like La La Land, that's a great love story.
One of my favorite love story musicals is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, there's that one. Yep.
And Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, another amazing classic.
Yes, in that one, they declare their love where they're like, listen, even if I die, my ghost will haunt you. Right next to you.
Sounds terrifying. I don't know. Is that a love story?
It totally is a love story.
Okay. Another one I really like that I think kind of flew in under the radar is this movie called Crazy Stupid Love.
Okay.
The cast is awesome. It's Ryan Gosling. Wow, hard to believe that he's in
Another love story.
love story, right?
Yeah.
But then Emma Stone, Steve Carell, and Julianne Moore. Just really fun, and it shows love at a whole bunch of different levels kind of throughout life. You have Steve Carell and Julianne Moore. They are sort of at a marriage crossroads.
Okay.
And then you also have their son, who is, I think he's in like middle school or junior high, and he has a crush on the older girl in school. And then you have Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling's character. They're kind of the roaring 20s and, you know, kind of discovering love and finding their way. So really fun movie, really funny, and highly recommend it if you have not seen it.
My favorite Ryan Gosling love story, because he's in a lot of them. He's like actually on these lists. He's like in at least a quarter, if not a half, of these movies.
He's done well for himself.
But my favorite Ryan Gosling love story is actually Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, our last episode on Valentine's Day last year. So if you go back and watch it, which you should after you watch this, I made a joke. And she actually went and watched it on her own, and she turned it into a love story.
It is a love story. It is a love story. Speaking of other episodes, we have more coming in the future for you.
Shocker.
Next week, we are going to be doing Scream, because Scream 33 1/3 is coming out. So we're going to do Scream the first.
The 90s Scream.
So hit that alert bell so that you can come back next week for Scream the first and 2 fun new cocktails.
And then following that, we're going to have some fun AI stuff for you. And we're going to try them for the first time, live.
You get to watch us do that and maybe do some tweaking.
Yeah.
Which is a fun part of our process.
Not twerking, tweaking. All right. On that note, before we tweak out, it's time to go.
Cheers.
Cheers.